You should have seen him the other day. She came in here. He was so excited. He's like, "Oh my God, I experienced what you were talking about."
I ran into her in the hall.
Ooh, Skunk Fruit. It's someone who works here.
Ran into her in the hall, and
so did you taste it?
Oh, I did.
He did. He almost gargled with it.
Came out of the. I was closer to her for a prolonged period, more prolonged than he was. Unfortunately,
I told him all it would take is a few seconds.
I came out of the bathroom, out here, and I was coming towards the door at the end of the hall, and she was coming out of that door. I was coming out of the bathroom. She turned to the left and saw me coming out of down the hallway from the bathroom. Hi. And then, so then I stopped and thinking, well, I guess I'll stop. And then I, for the first few seconds, I didn't realize that this was the subject of the skunk fruit thing, and I forgot that she was the subject of the podcast. And then it only took me maybe about 5 seconds to. Oh God, you were right.
I can taste it.
It's still here.
It's aged.
And so I talked to her for probably a good 5 minutes before I could get away. Finally, maybe there is a God. She said, I'm hungry. I gotta go to lunch. I'm sorry. I'll see you.
I'm making myself hungry.
So then, as I'm walking down the hall, I started to taste it. I was holding my nose. So when you hold your nose, unfortunately, that means you have to breathe through your mouth. When you breathe through your mouth, that means you're actually inhaling whatever gases have to be around you. So I inhaled the skunk fruit, the splendiferous odor,
the essence of that
of this skunk-fruited person,
the bug bombed,
and the bug bomb skankiferous and skunk-fruited person, and I could.
My question is this: so did you think that the center would be a sweet meat of that?
When I was thinking about this, the word "sweet" was the farthest thing from my mind. I have to say,
if not your tongue.
Sour, bitter, skanky, smegma. Those were words that came to mind. But sweet.
It's like it's almost like you could taste the salty, briny flavor in the air.
Well,
yeah.
What mixed that with piss?
Kind of dried and aged.
And then that would actually it's sort of a combination of urine, clitoral sweat.
Oh God!
Not fresh urine.
No, not fresh urine.
Long-standing urine.
Clitoral sweat.
Oh Jesus!
Non-douched clitoral detritus.
Detritus.
And 2 or 3 day old panties.
Well, it was longer than that.
Along with an unlaundered dress and general body odor. All mixed together into a rife.
Stop it! You're making my mouth water. If not my eyes.
A rife-smelling mixture of toxic odors. That I think if you sold it in a store that sells chemical weapons, it would be a top seller.
A store that sells chemical weapons. So it's what was that, like Baghdad Bob?
Exactly.
I mean, he had his own outlet.
We have odor de clitoris.
Oh God! Kind of like next to the eau de toilette.
Except this is skankier. It's under the category skank and clit.
Skank and clit. Oh my God.
Together at last.
Stuck together.
Usually, you have seen you have the smell of tuna and clit. You might even have cat food.
It's not even as good as albacore. It's the low grade tuna.
But when you put together skank
and fruit.
And skunk fruit. The skunk fruit usually is sweet when you open it up, but there's nothing sweet about this smell at all. Even if you cracked it open, it would get worse. Instead of, like with the skunk fruit, when you crack it open, there's something sweet inside. With this, if you cracked it open, it would just be
All you want to do is crack open your skull.
More skanky, if that's at all possible.
It has to be. If you get to the skanky center, can you imagine the effervescence?
I can't imagine even getting any closer than I was. In order to get closer than that, and not puke,
that would actually improve the flavor.
you would have to have a gas mask.
Yeah, that was.
And I mean, how would you get down there? And I'm saying down there because that's where the smell was emanating from.
A bathysphere.
If she lifted up her dress and waved it like a flag, the entire building would smell of dirty clit.
Oh, God. Jesus. Okay,
I mean,
I'm gonna go to bed and have good dreams now.
I mean, I could go and fart
Oh, God.
20 times.
20 times,
And
not 19, not 21.
And take a fan and blow all that smell around, and it still wouldn't match the smell emanating from her.
No. Yeah, that's the wrong end.
Well, it's the wrong end, but it doesn't compare. But apparently, you
No.
would think that it would.
Yeah, you would.
Wouldn't you think? I mean,
Well, it would be comparable, but not
I think it would
similar.
Be comparable, yes.
Comparable, but not similar. Like, there you go. The same, but different.
Kind of like separate but equal. So I'm thinking maybe at some point in time the smell's going to be so bad that
Somebody's going to have to talk to her.
the building's going to have to be closed.
Well, they might have to fumigate. It's like asbestos removal.
Exactly.
But somebody's going to have to talk to her and say, listen, this is a health hazard.
Exactly.
You're a walking typhoid Mary.
And nobody wants to work with you. Nobody wants to hang out.
Nobody can work with you in a healthy fashion. I mean, come on. It's horrific.
I mean, take a shower.
Well, now you need a scrubbing. I think you're going to need like one of those radiation
You take a shower.
baths.
You take the douchebag into the shower like it's intended to be used. You hang it from the shower head.
Right, it needs to be like an IV bag.
You pry the smeg away from the labial lips.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
You squeeze the head of the douchebag down into the portal known as your cunt.
Oh, jeez.
And you douche out the confines.
Oh,
just
sounds like you need to do a how-to video. I think
you apply pressure as you douche yourself. Keep the labial lips open and just let the water and the soap massage it in there good.
That might be the problem. There may be too much massaging taking place outside of the shower.
Well, I'm thinking, but come on, you